So here we are at the Waterloo-Pinckney Trailhead at Portage Lake State Park in the Waterloo Recreation Area in Jackson, Michigan. The trail we're about to go on is 36 miles. Goes all the way to Silver Lake in Pinckney State Park. We're not going that far, but we're coming out to enjoy. If you did notice, I am wearing my hunter's orange because it is hunting season. I don't want to be mistaken for a deer. It seems like I'm the first one on the trail today. We got about 2 inches of snow yesterday, and I'm not seeing any footprints. So we're pretty lucky to have a trail system like this. It's only 15 minutes from my house. And like I said, you got 36 miles to Silver Lake and Pinckney State Park. And just all the acreage that's next to the trail that you can go off and play in too. Today I don't have time for all that fun stuff, so we're just going to do a walk. Go about 3 miles, half a mile in and then half a mile out. I mean, a mile and a half in and a mile and a half out. So I don't know about you guys, but every time I get into cold air, my nose just starts running like crazy. But take a look at this. Looks like it's starting to get a little ice formed on that. And Portage Lake is getting a little bit of ice on it too. And even though this face mask has the holes in it, if I cover up my nose and mouth with it, it still fogs up my glasses. So if you're wondering why I've got my nose hanging out, I want to be able to see. Yep, it's starting to get a little slushy. We're about to head away from the lake, and to get about 100 feet away from it, you can actually start feeling the temperature going up. Just getting away from all that cold water and the wind blowing across it. So for those of you that are not used to winter weather, dressing to come out here is sort of balanced. To stay warm and then also not to get too hot. You accomplish that by layering. I've got, I guess what you call, long johns for my base, then snow pants, and some wool socks. And then over the base layer, I've got a cheap 100% wool sweater I found at a thrift store. Awesome buy. I love wool sweater. And then my outer shell is just a rain jacket that I got. I also use that as a windbreaker. So right now I've got it, which you can't see, got it fully unzipped because of the walking. You don't want to get so hot that you're sweating out here, because then once you stop, then your clothes are wet, and that will really bring on the onset of hypothermia. So when you're dressing, just make sure you remember that you're going to be active, and to layer up so you can shed some of your clothes when you're getting too hot. So the only tracks out here, human-wise, are mine. Now, I don't know if the camera can pick up the sound, but I love the sound of my boots creaking on the snow. It's I'm really surprised that I haven't seen anybody else on this trail today. There was one other car in the parking lot, but they were just walking their dog around. So it's gorgeous out here, as you can see, and not really that cold. The wind's hardly blowing at all, so it's not too bad. Okay, so we've made it 1 mile, and I use this trail a lot training for my ultra marathons, because it's 72 miles, so it's got plenty of trail to run. I noticed that's the only one that's accurate. You'll get to other ones that are actually mile markers, and they end up being way off. So I don't know how they did it or how they figured out the distance, but GPS measurements and all that kind of fun stuff does not add up to what they're coming up to. Well, I turned around a little bit right after that mile mark. As you can see, we're coming back up on it. I have some time constraints going on today, so I feel a little bit of rush. But we'll definitely be back out here. So this way, when they see my body on the ground, they find the film, they can find out what kind of animal ran up behind me and attacked me. Unless the animal eats the camera. So if you're living up here and you really hate the snow, which I still don't understand why you would live up here and not hate the snow, invest in some gear. You know, put a little money away. You don't want to go cheap on your shoes. That's the biggest part of this whole thing. I've got I think they're called Muck boots is the brand that I got. You know, you're looking over $100 for those, but keep an eye out on the secondhand stores or season ending sales for your clothes, and come out here and enjoy this. This is freaking gorgeous. Instead of sitting at home bitching about the snow, get out and play in it. Can't tell what kind of bird it is, and I don't even know if you can see it. So I'm not the only one out here playing. So the only sound I hear is an airplane. And me talking. You can already feel the temperature drop. You see Portage Lake through the woods. So let that be a lesson. If you're out here camping, don't camp next to the water. So I've kayaked this lake a couple of times. It's not a good one. There's too much boat traffic. Right now would be okay, but you'd freeze your butt off. Well, here we are. Back at the trailhead, and nobody here. Seriously. Definitely be coming back here. This is my playground, my backyard. So come on out and enjoy this stuff, man. It's beautiful.